everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Redhead Boo here with another video. I've been uploading so much content recently because I went on a Disney cruise and had the best time ever. Like, if you haven't already, please go check out my other videos. And yeah, so today's video is going to be my completely honest review of the Disney Magic at Sea, the different parts of it, and yeah, it might not all be positive, but I'm guessing that like a lot of it will be, because it was definitely one of my most favourite holidays I've ever been on in my life. Like, I'll never forget it. And yeah, so because this video is going to be quite chatty and I'm not 100% sure how long it's going to actually be, I'm just going to get started. So the first little thing that I will be chatting about will be the testing process and check-in. So on the morning of embarkation day, we were given, well, when you checked in online, because you had to do that 30 days in advance, it was at 5 AM in the morning, so I did get up quite early that morning to do it. And then you checked in and you would select a port arrival time, and our port was the M&S Bank Arena and the Exhibition Centre in Liverpool. So I selected, I think it was 12:30. No, it wasn't 12:30, sorry, it was 1 o'clock to 1:15. And we got told on the day you cannot turn up earlier than your allotted time. You had to be there exactly on the dot, no earlier. So we turned up at, I think it was around 12:30 roughly, and because we hadn't actually been sent our luggage tags yet, we had to get them at the port, which honestly guys, don't worry about, because they have a lot of them there if yours don't turn up. So they just fill out the information, you stick it on your case, and then there's these like baggage trucks which will take your bags and take them onto the ship for you. So we were just hanging around the area after we'd sent our bags off, and this man in like a high-vis jacket came up to us and said, if you guys want, go in now and check in. But we were thinking, we got told we can't check in until our allotted time, so what do we do? So we saw that quite a few people were going in, so we thought, you know what, let's go in. The earlier the better, the earlier we can get on the ship. So we went in, checked in, and they were fine with it. So then you had to show your pre-netics proof that you've had both vaccinations at the check-in section. Had no issues with that, luckily, which was a relief. And then after that, a cast member came up and they took you into like a little booth area where you got your test done. The tests you do yourself, so someone doesn't do it for you, you do it yourself, and it's 5 times up each nostril. It wasn't bad at all, didn't take long, and then you were given like a little test tube with like a red cap, so you put your swab into the tube, snapped the end off it, and then placed the red cap on and placed it in the bag. And then you've got to wait in the waiting area for like up to 30 minutes, and then the person who booked the holiday is frantically searching on their emails to see when the email comes through. This process was so stressful. It's quite nerve-wracking because it's just dead silent, like no one's talking, everyone's just like staring at their phones. We had quite a few issues with ours because mine came through and mine was absolutely fine, mine was negative. We got to check in thinking that both of them had come through on the same email because that would have made more sense. However, only mine came through, so my friend's didn't come through. So she was panicking, thinking, what if that means it's positive, then we won't be able to board? But the check-in staff were like, honestly, don't worry. We've had quite a few people with this issue. And we approached one of the cast members and who had like an iPad and said, by any chance, can you check for us? Because the email still hasn't come through. Mine has, but my friend's hasn't. He checked and he said, I've checked the result, it's negative, you can both go. So we went in to check in, we showed our ID which we had uploaded a photo of. There was another issue with Emma's passport, but I think that was just like the photo wasn't clear enough, so yeah, they just decided to retake it, and then you were taken to another waiting area where about 25 people at a time would be let onto the coaches. So the coach came and we got on. We had the loveliest coach driver ever. Dave, what a legend you were. And he was giving us like a private tour, and because he knew, because the traffic in Liverpool that day was horrendous, so he sort of took us on a bit of a shortcut, but then we came out of the traffic. So I think because of the delays, they were letting people go a bit earlier, which does make a sense a lot. And then once you got to the terminal, you were taken down this like ramp, and then you were taken to security, which was absolutely fine. It didn't take long at all. And then once security was on, that was it. You were walking towards the ship. So that's my review of that section. So the next bit I'll talk about will be actually boarding the ship. So once you'd got through security and you were walking along like the gangway up to the ship, they took you to like right at the back of the ship where like there was a little ramp. You got on and you scanned like a little paper slip you were given, and they were like, yep, that's it, you can go. So we were taken to a lift onto deck 3, I think it was, and then from deck 3 you were taken to Fathoms, where it was showing you how to connect to the app, like how to connect to Wi-Fi. I got onto the app, no issues at all. Emma didn't have the best luck with this cruise because it just wasn't recognising the reservation. But the cast member did say, after you've like been announced onto the ship, you can go to like guest services and they can sort it out for you. So we decided to do that because my app was working, so I could like have a look at everything. And don't worry guys, on the app, if you look at your schedule, or it's my plans I think, and it does tell you the rotation of the restaurants because it has like a daily planner. So you can check that information before you get your Key to the World card. So when we boarded and got onto Fathoms, we sorted that out, and then we went out of Fathoms to round the corner to literally near where the atrium was, and the lovely David was there welcoming everyone, and had a little chat with him, and he loved both our outfits. I was bounding as Donald that day, so he loved it. And then it got to being welcomed onto the ship, which is something I've dreamt about for a long time. And I'd seen it in people's vlogs and I'd be like, I want that to happen to me one day. And when it did, it was just so overwhelming, so emotional. And we got introduced as Lucy and Emma, which you can see in my vlog. And then just looking up and seeing Mickey and Minnie waving and blowing kisses at you and clapping you in was just amazing. And then Mickey and Minnie come down after a little introduction from Jenny, another one of my favourite cast members from the trip. Mickey and Minnie come down and do a little show for you. The show, only 6 parties I think could watch, and then after them 6 parties had left and gone to like the muster station to check in, another 6 parties would come in. So after that you do go and check into your muster station so you know where it is, and you can prove to cast member that you've been. So we did that. It was really easy. All you had to do was like click on a few links, and then you had to like scan on a QR code and get like the letter in the actual picture, and then that was it. And then we just went for lunch because we were starving. So that was like boarding the ship, sorry. Okay, so the next little section is using the app. So basically everything you want to do or you're doing, everything is on the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. I found it very easy to use. I don't know if like a lot of other passengers found it easy to use, because there were quite a few like older people on board as well, so I don't know how easy they found it, but if you did have any issues you could like contact guest services and any problems would be sorted out by them. They were fantastic. They solved our issues and I had no issues with them at all. And then on the app as well, it has like a list of the itinerary of like all the different activities going on. So like character appear and wave, quizzes, game shows, wine tastings, obviously the activities that you added on yourself 70 days before, or is it 60? I can't remember. But it was super easy to use, and you can also like, if you click on the love heart section, you can like each one, and then that would set a reminder 15 minutes before it started. So say you were in lunch and there was an appear and wave at 1:30 and you wanted to go and see the character, you could like it, and then 15 minutes before it started it would set a reminder and then you'd know to head down there. I personally loved the app, and I always liked, before I went as well, checking the countdown, and obviously when we got allocated our stateroom as well, and everything was brilliant on the app. I had no issues with the app, and if you did, also another amazing function of the app is if you knew quite a few people in other staterooms, or like you were obviously travelling with someone but you both wanted to do different things, like for example the day I met Chip and Dale, Emma didn't want to, but because we had the app we could like contact each other and say, or if she wanted to go to the pool and I wanted, I don't know, to go to a quiz, like we could contact each other, or if we'd left something in the room we could go, could you pick this up? And you can also message other people on the app and guest services, which was a fantastic, amazing way and a great idea. And also you could scan QR codes in restaurants and check the menu, because there were no paper menus available to view, which wasn't an issue at all because all of the food, drinks, everything was on the app. So, and actually now thinking about it, you could also view your bill. So throughout like the first night, say you went shopping or had a cocktail, and then you could just view it that way, and you could keep track. So if you were on a budget, it was really good. So yeah, definitely big thumbs up for the app for me. Okay, the next section is stateroom. So we stayed in room 5004. We booked a standard inside stateroom just because we thought we're not going to be in the room for a long time, so we don't mind getting the cheapest one. And then we were pixie dusted with a upgrade to a deluxe ocean view with a porthole window, and the room was amazing. I loved it. Like, it's such a good room, so nice. I had the sofa bed as well because I didn't mind sleeping in it at all, and every morning I'd just open up the curtains and I'd look out and I'd see the sea, and it was so stunning. Like, I miss waking up to that view every morning. I really do. But the rooms were just quite big actually. It surprised me as how big it was. And the bathrooms were really clever as well, because we had separate bathrooms. So you had, in one of them there was the shower and a sink. In the other one there was a toilet and a sink. So say one of your friends was getting ready in the shower, you could get ready in the toilet and do your makeup, and it wouldn't clash. So it was absolutely amazing. Our stateroom host, Michael from the Philippines, was a legend. We adored him. He did so much for us. He made towel animals, he would make up the bed for us every day, he'd clean up, he'd fold our clothes for us. He was amazing. And he also did the adorable thing of putting my Donald plush that I bought in the window, so it looked like he was looking out to sea, and it was just adorable. He did so much. Like, I miss him a lot, and we did give him a mention in the feedback because he was the best. So definitely loved him. Okay, so the next section I'm going to be chatting about is restaurants. What can I say about the restaurants? They were amazing. Like, I've only ever done one themed restaurant. I've never done any like Disney themed restaurants before. So I was just blown away by all of them. So I'm going to like describe each of them now. So there was Cabanas, there was Lumiere's, Animator's Palette, and Rapunzel's Royal Table. There was also Paolo, but I'm going to talk about that in the next section. So Cabanas, very, very good restaurant. Quite big, very big. It also had an outside section as well, and it had an upstairs outside section. All of us went to Cabanas at lunchtime. Me, Paul, Alex and Emma all went, and we sat outside and just looked out at Liverpool, looked out at the sea, and it was amazing because the weather was glorious as well. So we were like, should we sit outside? The food was unreal. It was really clever what they did with Cabanas as well, because usually pre-COVID it would have been like buffet where you just put what you wanted on your own plate. Because of the pandemic you couldn't actually do it yourself, but you told the servers what you wanted and they just plated it up for you and then handed you like knives and forks. And a drink station, there was always a cast member and crew there to like fill up your drink for you, and you could just go back as much as you wanted, and the food was unreal. I missed the food a lot. So that was Cabanas. The first night we had Lumiere's. That restaurant, out of the other two, I didn't think I would enjoy Lumiere's as much as I did, but the atmosphere, we had piano music, it was like all Beauty and the Beast themed. It was just subtle like little things about it, like the table number had a picture of Lumiere. The curtains had like roses all over them, and it was just so clever. And then the lights had like little glass roses, and and then to make it even more magical, the night we dined there, we dined right in front of the massive window, and Belle was stood on the stairs, and it was just that just made it so much better. And I had a cocktail in there as well. I can't remember the name of it, annoyingly, but it was amazing. And it was quite cheap as well, so I was quite pleasantly surprised by the cost of it. And then I had French onion soup for my starter. The most amazing lamb I've ever had in my life. It was gorgeous. And then for pudding, nothing really like jumped out at me, nothing really tickled my fancy. So our server said, I can get you like a Mickey Premium bar if you'd like. And I had my very first Mickey Premium and it was gorgeous. So loved it. Our servers, Marco and Addy, were absolutely fantastic. Loved them too so much. Really chatty. And yeah, they were just brilliant. Couldn't fault them at all. Animator's Palette. This restaurant for me was by far my favourite. I thought it was going to be, but it just blew me away. Like, cameras and vlogs do not do that restaurant justice because it's stunning. Like, the theming of it, the characters all over the walls, the screens for the special little show that they do, and the food and everything about it was just amazing. The knives, which are paintbrushes, the pillars are paintbrushes, the ceiling has like palettes all over, and oh, it was just so magical. I admit I did cry in Animator's Palette, which I thought I would, so yeah. It was just gorgeous. Everything about Animator's Palette. The drawing class was brilliant, so fun. It was honestly the best restaurant I've ever eaten at in my life, I reckon. It was, of course I had to get a photo outside the sign because I fell in love with that restaurant. And I had, what did I have? I can't remember what I had for my starter. Oh, I had some ham with like little salad, and then I had wasabi beef, I think it was, really nice, loved that beef. And then I had a sticky date pudding, which was, I can't even describe how good that dessert was. It was amazing. And one of my friends who ate at there the night before recommended I tried the beef if I'm a fan of beef, so on his recommendation I ate it, and it was glorious. It was really nice. So thank you, Paul, for that recommendation because I loved it. And then the restaurant we ate at on the final night, again, another one I got very emotional at, was Rapunzel's Royal Table. So in Rapunzel's Royal Table, it's Tangled themed. Tangled is one of my all-time favourite Disney films. I love it so much. The shows in that restaurant were unreal. They were just amazing. The lantern ceremony, the birthday fit celebration, the I've Got a Dream song. It was just so much fun and very American, but absolutely fantastic. The food in there as well. For starter, I had Maximus salad. Yeah, Maximus salad. For main, I had like lemon and thyme chicken, which was basically like a Sunday lunch, and it was absolutely amazing. And then for pudding, I had the Rapunzel's frying pan sweet bread, which was basically like a donut with ice cream and chocolate sauce, and it was unreal. Just the whole atmosphere in that restaurant was amazing. But Animator's Palette for me was top quality, definitely. Okay, so the next bit I'm going to be chatting about is extra activities. So we did, let me think now. I think we did 3 extra activities. So on the second day / first day at sea, we had Paolo brunch, which was unreal. The food was definitely worth the money. We got free Prosecco, which was lovely. I had Prosecco and orange juice, so I didn't get like drunk. But the starter, I had tomato and basil soup, which was amazing. Like really good. And then for main, I had steak with like garlic butter on the top. It was lovely. Cooked to absolute perfection, just how I enjoy steak as well. Our server Ivo was amazing, gave him a mention as well. And then for pudding, I had a chocolate fondant pudding, and it was so nice. Not too sweet, not too rich, just perfect. And yeah, I definitely finished that one off, I have to say. And it was just so like relaxed. It was such a relaxing restaurant. It was so quiet as well. Like, I didn't think it would be as quiet as it was. The servers, even if you wanted to use the bathroom, would walk you out and then walk you back in, and it was just so nice. Paolo, I do have to say, I would recommend booking Paolo. If I did a cruise again, I would definitely do it again. It was 100% worth the money. And the bread selection as well. It was brilliant. 100% worth it. Definitely. 10 out of 10, would recommend to a friend. We also did martini tasting on the second day as well. We did it at 4 o'clock at Keys. It was really nice just to go into like a new bar which we hadn't been in prior to the tasting session. I can't remember the name of the guy who actually ran the class, but he was very knowledgeable, really funny, and just such a nice like atmosphere as well. Everything was amazing, and it was really quite quiet as well, quite surprising. Like, everyone was really respectful. The drinks were amazing, apart from the first one, which was neat vodka, and I'm not a big fan of vodka, so yeah, that was quite interesting, that one. But all the others were amazing. And then on the last full day we had mixology. Now this was interesting because 2 hours to an hour prior to this, before, we as we were the first official cruise since 18 months, obviously not counting the test cruises that they did, the captain and cruise director gave us a small announcement when me and Louisa were in Disney Trivia, and they basically said we were going to get free alcohol by the pool and at the bars. So everyone was having like cocktails, beer for free, because obviously you had to pay for like alcohol. So you know what Brits are like when it comes to free stuff, we take it on the chin. And I have to say, Paul and Emma, they had quite a few cocktails each before mixology, and then mixology happened, and yeah, it was quite entertaining because Emma and Paul were a bit of a state after, so myself and Alex were like the babysitters, I guess. But it was hilarious, so funny. And we had the show that night as well, and it was just that night for me was so much fun, and I absolutely loved it. It was just amazing. The cocktails that we had were brilliant. Like, I felt tipsy but not drunk, so I was just happy. I was just very happy. Okay, so the next section I'm going to talk about is entertainment. So the entertainment I'll be chatting about will be like game shows, trivia, activities, and the 2 shows which we got, well, deck party and show. So we didn't do a lot of activities really until the last day. So me and Louisa, we were absolutely like dying to just try out new activities, but we did go to the open house at Oceaneers Club, I want to say. That's where like Andy's room is, the Marvel Academy, the Disney Junior little room, and we were both like, we really want to go to it. So on that last morning, I got up at like 8 a.m. and we were like, we have to go. And we went, and Andy's room. I'm a huge, huge Toy Story fan. And the fact I walked into Andy's room was amazing. They had a slide which was Slinky Dog. Like, and you could have photos with Pam, with Jessie. Everything was just amazing. And of course I wore my Toy Story mask because I had to. And then we walked into the Marvel Academy. I had my Captain America t-shirt on, so I was all like decked out as Marvel and Pixar. And it was just amazing. I had a photo with Iron Man, and because me and Louisa are such huge Marvel fans, we appreciated it a lot. So it's definitely worth checking it out. And then, to top it all off, I met Woody. He was amazing. He was so good, and he was brilliant, and the cast member was it was just amazing. Such a good meet. I loved it. Yeah, and then we did Disney trivia, and I also took part in Frozen Phrases, which was super fun. Really fun. I remember I watched it on Adam Hatton's vlog, and I was like, if that game show is on, I want to do it and I want to take part. And I did. I took part. Didn't win, but we got a little consolation prize, which was quite nice. And Mike, the host, was absolutely fantastic. Loved him. Loved him a lot this holiday, actually. And then we took part in Disney Trivia. We came third, so we got 18 out of 25. And then quite a few people drew and got 19 out of 25. So, yeah, got down to tiebreaker. We were just on such a mission to win a medal. But then that night in Fathoms, we got surprised with 3 medals because Mike was a legend and just gave them to us. So, yeah. And then I am still on entertainment. Yes, I am. And then entertainment-wise, we went to the adult game shows. We went to see Match-A-Mate on the second night after Animator's Palette. And then we watched Snippets and Pop, which, again, a lot of people have said is amazing. And it was just so much fun. Like, Declan, the adult game show host, was amazing. Really over the top, really funny. And because obviously there was no kids allowed, you could be a bit ruder, which was great. We love that. Yeah, it was super fun. And then we also did get 2 shows because we got a socially distanced Frozen Freezer night away with Anna and Elsa and Friends deck party, which was so fun. Really fun. If you want to see a clip of me dancing to that, then check out P&A's Adventures video when that comes out, because I loved that show so much. I did a Frozen themed outfit with my ears and my play suit, so I was very much themed with the show. It was really cute, really fun. Like, I just stood up and danced throughout the whole of it. It was really cute. I loved it. And then going into Walt Disney Theatre on the last night to see Disney Dreams. That show, you can see why it has won an award, because it was amazing. Just to step foot in a theatre again after, I don't know how long, must have been like 18 months now. It was so emotional to just step into a theatre, and the cast members, especially Declan, loved us because me, Alex, Paul, Emma and Louisa all sat together on the back row, right at the very back. Technically, we weren't allowed to do that because we were different parties, different households as well. Yay. But the cast members were like, oh, it's fine, just sit together. And after the show, when we were leaving, Declan turned around to us and said, can I just say, you five were absolutely amazing. You were so entertaining to watch. Because just throughout the show, because we were on the back row, we were singing, we were dancing, we were pointing all around, because the way they used the theatre during the show, because I'm not going to give it away just in case some of you are going on the cruise, but the way they used the whole theatre for the show was so magical. The ending, the encore, was just incredible. I was blown away by the whole show, and the little Mickey and Friends pre-show was so cute. I loved it. I wish it was on for longer, but it was adorable. And just to see Pluto in a show, because I've never seen him in a show before, like, it was amazing. Loved it. Definitely entertainment, 100% worth going to watch any entertainment. Okay. The next, and I'm getting near the end now, the next one I'm going to be talking about are characters. Well, you know, if you've seen my channel before, before this cruise, the only Disney character I'd ever met was Goofy. I'd had interactions from other characters before, but never met any other than Goofy. So when the chance to do a Disney cruise in the UK came up, I was like, characters, I've got to go. And I'm just going to list all the characters I met, because I met so many. So I met Mickey as Captain Mickey and Captain America. I met Chip and Dale in their Marvel themed outfits, which were so cute. Their sailor outfits and just them. And then Donald I met in his cruise outfit and in his normal outfit. Minnie I met as a princess and as Spider-Girl, and technically Captain Minnie as well. Daisy I met as Black Widow and a princess. Goofy I met as Iron Man in his sailor outfit and his normal outfit as well, I think. Yeah. Who haven't I said? Pluto in his sailor outfit and his normal outfit. And Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, Snow White and Woody. So I met 11 characters. I mean, technically I didn't meet Snow White. I mean, she walked past me and told me she loved my bow. So, yay, we love that. But all the characters, even though some of the characters were quite far away, they could still hear you, they could still interact. And I mean, if you've seen my vlog, you will see the amazing interaction I had with Pluto. I basically played fetch with Pluto, and every time he saw me, he just wanted to continue playing. So Pluto was an absolute legend. We love him. And yeah, characters were just amazing. It's just nice to see them all again and meet them all and chat to them all, and yeah. And tell Donald he's my favourite, obviously. So yeah, love it. So the next bit I'm going to chat about is cast members, crew and meeting new people. The cast members and crew were just amazing. Like, you could just tell how happy they were to see like guests again. They were very chatty, really nice. Like, the amount of them were just chatting about my outfits and just making an effort. Like, I loved all of the cast members, all of the crew. They were all fantastic. All of them made me smile throughout the whole trip, and yeah, they were brilliant. And then getting the chance to like meet new people, especially the Fab Five. Hello. I just think us five are going to be good friends for a long time, because we just hung out like the whole trip and we had so many amazing times, so many laughs. Just, it was amazing to just meet new people. Quite a few people did come up to me and chat, which was lovely, and I am chatting to a few people now, which is just amazing, and everyone was so friendly. And yeah, I just don't have a bad thing to say about anyone I chatted to. Yeah, I don't. I loved them all. Okay, so the next one is merchandise and shopping. As you can see from the t-shirt, I bought a lot of merch and I shopped a lot. Shopping wise, the first night it was quite busy, so I do wish I would have saved it to like the morning of the second day, but to be honest, it was amazing. Like, just being able to go in a shop, it was quite easy to do as well. Like, you just scanned your key to the world card when you picked up the stuff you wanted. They do have reusable shoppers as well, so like for $1 up to, I think it was $3 for the largest size. I bought a lot. I bought quite a few presents for friends as well, and then obviously stuff for me, stuff for family, and yeah, just stuff that I'll always want to like treasure and keep. Sadly, I've not really worn my Spirit jersey yet, just because the weather is glorious for the UK, so I don't really need to wear it. But this t-shirt I've been living in, and it's so comfy, and I love it. So, gotta love this outfit. Yeah, and the staff in the shops as well were just amazing. Really, really chatty. I had a chat to quite a few people in the shops because I work in shops myself, so I know what it's like for them, and yeah, you could just tell how much the staff missed everyone. Okay, so disembarkation process. Okay, so this process was really, really easy, didn't take long at all. So on disembarkation day, you are assigned one of your restaurants. So it's usually the one you have for dinner on the last day. So we were assigned Rapunzel's Royal Table for breakfast at 8:15 a.m. You can take your suitcase with you because the night before you are left a character luggage tag. We were given 2 Donald ones, well technically 4, one to keep and then one to put on our luggage. And then you can either leave it outside your stateroom door and the staff take it off for you, or you can just like wheel it to breakfast and take luggage off yourself. We chose to just take it down to breakfast because Rapunzel's was huge and they just like left an area for all the suitcases, and after breakfast you can just get off the ship. Leaving the ship was so emotional. I didn't want to get off. I really didn't. Like, we docked in Liverpool, I think it was at 4 a.m. But we didn't have to get off then, don't worry. But yeah, we had breakfast, then we got off. We got the lift down to deck 1, I think, where the gangway is, where you got off. You just scan your key to the world card and then you can get off. And then you go to the terminal, and as you go to the terminal you walk alongside the ship. And I made the mistake of looking up at the ship as I was walking off, and I do admit I did cry. Of course I did, it's me. And yeah, the Disney blues are real, okay? They're real. But and the last thing I will say, my overall review, would I do it again? 100%. 100% I'd do it again. And I would recommend cruising, even to people who don't like ships, because I got quite anxious because every time I've been on like a ferry or a pirate ship or just something like that, I felt really ill. But I bought the seasickness bands from Amazon, and honestly they work so well. I didn't feel nauseous, I didn't feel, well, I did feel a bit of movement but not a lot at all. The sea was so calm, so I think that definitely helped, and the weather was just glorious as well. So honestly, I would just say if it came up again, I would 100% do it again. I'd go again. And yeah, I fingers crossed Disney Cruise Line think that was really popular. We have to do it again. So please, Disney, if you're watching, do it again. But yeah, and the Fab Five, we are also planning a trip to Disneyland Paris together. So yeah, let's hope that that might be a video in the future. Who knows? But anyway, guys, this was my review. I apologise for how long this video is, but I just wanted to give my honest opinion, and yeah. So if you enjoyed, please do not forget, like, comment and subscribe. Turn on my bell and you'll be notified every time I post. I have got a video coming tomorrow and Friday, and then I'll probably be back to my 1 week video upload, which will go back to a Friday. So hope you all enjoyed this video. This is Redhead Boo signing off. Bye everyone!